everybody. Welcome to a new podcast episode. I am ScottyV. Today, we're going to be talking about is the full Doomsday cast that Marvel released for Avengers Doomsday. More likely, it's going to be the Avengers versus X-Men, the way the announcements went. So, I'm going to read some of the cast members. I'm not going to read all of them. I'm going to put them up on the screen so you can see. But man, they had a 5-hour long live stream. Like, holy crap. I was at work. I have a job. I have a life. So I can't really sit down for 5 hours like some of these TikTokers and YouTubers. You could just sit here for hours and just watch a couple of chairs go by every 13 or 14 minutes or so. So there's some notable characters that are missing from this film, but we're all aware of that. And just whatever. I'll read some of them. I'm not going to read all of them. So we got Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, obviously. Simu Liu, Shang-Chi, Tom Hiddleston's coming back as Loki, Sentry, Louis Pullman. So basically, Marvel kind of already spoiled Thunderbolts. That's what everybody's saying, but I don't know how true that is. Because basically all of the cast of Thunderbolts is in this film except for Taskmaster. We get obviously Captain America, Falcon, and we get Sebastian Stan. We got M'Baku coming back, Chris Hemsworth's Thor. What we get is Kelsey Grammer coming back to the MCU. He was already in the Marvel's post-credit scene, so that's not really anything new because he was in that scene. He's coming back as Beast. Channing Tatum as Gambit, 100%. Like, he was one of the stars of Deadpool and Wolverine. You have to bring him back. The next one, we get obviously all of the Fantastic Four coming back. So they're pretty confident on the Fantastic Four movie that's coming out in July, which I am totally on board for that film. David Harbour, obviously, that's Robert Downey Jr., nothing special. Now let's talk about the X-Men that's coming back. Patrick Stewart, he was already in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and he got by the Scarlet Witch. We're getting Alan Cumming back as Nightcrawler. That was super surprising because we haven't seen him since X-Men 2 or X-Men 2 United or whatever it was called. And he had problems with Bryan Singer. That's why he never appeared after that. He never appeared in Days of Future Past and none of the Bryan Singer directed X-Men films. Patrick Stewart, like I said, I already said that. Rebecca Romijn, the original Mystique, is coming back, which is crazy. We get Letitia Wright coming back. She's not really an X-Men. We got Ian McKellen. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Coming back as Magneto. That is crazy. James Marsden is coming back as Cyclops. Like, I hope they really do that scene where they pay off that comment with the black leather suits and he's actually wearing the blue and yellow. Listen, they made it work with Wolverine. Why not make it work with Cyclops? It can make Cyclops look like the sickest. You don't have to give him the underwear because, like, Wolverine's costume in Deadpool Wolverine, he didn't have the undies, so you don't really need it. But they can really do some comic accurate stuff there. Neymar's coming back. I don't know why Neymar's coming back. Okay. And then whatever, just other characters too. The surprise, like, a lot of people online are freaking out about Spider-Man not being in it, Hulk not being in it, Captain America, Steve Rogers not in it. Like, there's still more rumors coming out for that. I know Robert Downey Jr. posted something online about what a stellar cast or whatever, and then Marvel Studios replied saying, yeah, there's always room for more. So I'm pretty sure they're going to announce other characters in this film. These are probably the characters are going to have the most impact in the film, which I mostly think half of them will die. Like, all the OG X-Men, all gone, 100%, because they're going to recast and do a younger cast for the X-Men. I'm just surprised Alan coming back as Nightcrawler. I didn't see that one coming at all. Jean Grey's not in it, the original Jean Grey. The original Cyclops is not in it. So they're picking and choosing. Wolverine was not mentioned at all in this film. No Deadpool either. Like I said, this movie's way too big to leave certain characters out. Like, I would assume in terms of Spider-Man's case that he's contracted. Tom Holland's contracted to appear in 2 more films before their new contract or something like that. So he's gonna appear in Doomsday. Just the problem is with Doomsday is he's gonna be going back and forth because he's doing Odyssey with Christopher Nolan. So yeah, what a great cast. And in my opinion, I do think this film is an Avengers versus X-Men movie. Half of it is the Avengers, and the other half is just X-Men, like Cyclops, Gambit, Mystique, Professor X, Nightcrawler. Like this screams Marvel, the Avengers versus X-Men, and Doomsday is just in the middle, like manipulating one of the two teams. I'm like, hey, your world. I think he's gonna manipulate the X-Men more than he would the Avengers because the Avengers have more knowledge on like other worlds and all that kind of stuff, multiverse. But if they're drawing from the X-Men universe from the Fox universe, so not Deadpool Wolverine stuff, they would probably won't have knowledge of the multiverse besides Professor X. Um, I see this being secretly Avengers versus X-Men. So Doomsday is gonna be Doctor Doom is gonna be the puppet. He's gonna be like or the master of the puppet, basically manipulating one of the two teams to fight each other. It's like, hey, you better kill that universe. If not, they're gonna destroy your universe. And then they're gonna have a big battle, sort of like the airport scene in Civil War. So you're gonna get a Civil War Fox style, like with all the Fox characters. Because I know at one point they wanted to do that in the X-Men franchise with the Fantastic Four and X-Men, but that didn't end up happening, and thank goodness that didn't happen. So I see that playing out. I can totally see Thor and Magneto go at each other. Cyclops and Captain America, the two leaders, leader of the X-Men and leader of the Avengers. Ooh, that's gonna be something cool. Magneto, man, I can't believe Ian McKellen actually agreed to come back. Literally till he's 90. He's like 89 or maybe 90. I don't know. He's around that age. So yeah, I'm super excited for this film. They're gonna announce everybody. Spider-Man, Hulk. They're all probably gonna have minor roles, but I really want to see the interaction with Tom Holland, Spider-Man with Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. That's gonna be very interesting to see. The Fantastic Four is 100% going to have a big part in this film because Doctor Doom is their main nemesis along with Galactus. I wonder if they're going to have a cameo. If Robert Downey Jr. is going to have a cameo in Fantastic Four. I heard their theory about Fantastic Four that they were originally from the 616 universe, but then something happened and they got teleported to that universe they're in. I don't know. I think that's lazy writing. Maybe. Depends on how they write it. But yeah. And it is, I don't know, it's going to be an interesting, I don't know what the plot's going to be about. Nothing. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be an Avengers versus X-Men, and they're going to battle it out in Battle World. And then they're going to end up trying to take down Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom's going to cause something that they're going to, and Battle World's going to be split, and they're all going to be separated. So, like the concept art that we got for Doomsday, but it's actually for Secret Wars, so they all get split into their own section in that universe. So like Spider-Man will be in Spider City or Spider Universe or whatever, and then Hulk will be the Hulk universe, and Iron Man, and then whatever, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's gonna be so cool to see it, and it's in production now. They updated the logo. So yeah, very interesting storytelling. Like I wonder what Loki's gonna play into this film, because now he's the god of story, so he sees everything and sees what's going on. So I'm pretty sure he knows Doom is coming, and have Loki and Thor interact together again after since Infinity War, because Loki didn't really do anything. The Loki show they had Chris Hemsworth do the voice for Frog Thor, whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. I wonder how Captain America is gonna handle all this, and it's gonna be crazy. I hope they build hype for this film like they did for Infinity War and Endgame, and the hype for those two films were unreal. Like me and my partner at the time when we were doing reviews on the Civil Canadian, we were just loving it, man. It was so good. Like the story, we were building up to 10 years, and we're gonna go to 20 years soon. It's crazy. When the MCU started, I just started off high school, and now crazy. But yeah, totally Avengers versus X-Men going on right here. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Just a quick video, in my opinion, really just rambling. But if you did decide to watch my channel, thank you, because there's so many other YouTubers out there that do the same thing I do. But I think my content is superior out of all of them. I think mine is the best, like every YouTuber thinks. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Be good.